Hello filmmaker, welcome back. If you're new, I'm Monica Bryant and this channel is a living document of my journey as a filmmaker. So talking about like routines can be really boring. So to make sure you pay attention to every word that I'm saying, I'm gonna do my video topless. Just kidding, guys. This is YouTube, not OnlyFans. I suck at routines. I can't help it. I just do. I honestly feel like I have undiagnosed ADHD because there's so many things from like my childhood and like things that I do now that just add up, and maybe I should go have myself checked out, which is like weird because I'm like 38 already, but whatever, that's not the point. I have tried to make routines for myself and they have not worked out. I envy people who can wake up at 5 a.m. and write and work on their passion projects before their day even starts. If you're that kind of person, how does it feel to be God's favorite? Last year, in one of my videos, I mentioned that I was going to start a bullet journal for my YouTube channel, and I said I would update you on how it went. Well, it was a complete and utter failure. I was able to keep up with the journal for a couple of months, and after that I just didn't have the drive to keep up with it anymore, and I don't know, I couldn't do it. I can't journal for very long. I don't know how people do it. I couldn't do it. I have searched the internet far and wide for tips, tricks, ideas, anything that would help me to stay on track with my writing, but nothing works, especially because I'm working a 40+ hour work week. And if you factor into that my commute, it's a lot. And I'm like not home that often. And sometimes I work 6 days a week. So how am I supposed to find time to do anything? How have I not gone crazy at this point? I feel like I'm honestly out of my mind. How have I not gone mad? I don't know. If you're like me, you're all over the place, you're scatterbrained, you're busy, you're unfocused, you lose focus easily, just like in the course of me filming this video. And like honestly, a lot of my videos go like this, where I just like lose focus and I lose track. Even if I have a script right in front of me, which I do, I have like a script that I wrote that I'm like looking at on my computer, but I still... Wait, what was I talking about? Take notes on the go. So I'm hardly ever home, right? I'm filming this video, but I literally need to be at work in like 2 hours. So I usually, if I'm on the go, if I think of an idea and I'm in the car and I'm driving, I will take a note on my phone. I will verbally just take a note, or I'll take like a voice recorded note. I have voice recorded notes of like ideas for videos or scripts and things. I carry a notebook so that I can jot things down. Sometimes I'll think of something and I'm like, oh my God, I have to write this. And if I don't have my phone on me, I'll just write it on like a slip of paper. So I have a lot of slips of paper with like ideas and things on them. And it's honestly like, it's a tragedy sometimes. Like if you look at my backpack, it's embarrassing because it's so unorganized and messy, but it's an organized mess. So I have problems, okay? Write with me videos. So this is mostly a female driven field, I think, on YouTube. But if you search Write with me on YouTube, you will come up with all these videos of like girls in academia or girls who are like novelists, or they like to journal, and they make these Write with me videos that are usually like 45 minutes to an hour long, and you can literally sit there and write at the same time they're writing, and they have like really pretty visuals, or they're like in a library and they're playing soft soothing music. And I think it's nice it helps. It's kind of like a mukbang, but for writing, because then you feel like you're not alone. especially if you're a one-woman show like I am and you're doing everything on your own, it can be nice to have like, you know, someone there that you're like riding with. It feels like a riding buddy. Another thing I like to do is play those like cafe videos, like the rainy cafe, or like a rainy day in the woods or something, like a rainy cabin in the woods. And it's just like soft music and rain, and then you can like write to that, and it feels like really nice, and I really enjoy it. And sometimes that's enough to help me and like help kickstart my mood, or like listening to classical music or listening to movie soundtracks, like listening to Inception's soundtrack is a really good way. Or like sometimes I'll listen to Star Wars instrumental movie soundtrack to get me like, you know, in a mood. Depending on if I'm writing a horror, I might listen to like It Follows or Halloween or some kind of horror movie soundtrack to get me in the mood of whatever genre it is that I'm writing. So I'll probably do that for my horror shorts that I want to make. I like to switch up my location also. So a lot of times I'll sit here with my little table and my laptop and I write in my main room. But I might also like sit in bed and write. And people will say that you're not supposed to do that, but I do what I want. I'll write at my kitchen table. Sometimes if I'm feeling like really like I need to be completely in a different environment, I'll go to a park. Or I will go to work and actually write at work. Going to coffee shops is probably also an option. I mean, I don't know how it is in a pandemic. You might be able to, but you could also just go sit outside and write. But, you know, also if you can't go out or you don't feel comfortable going out because we're living in this really crazy COVID world, put on one of those atmospheric videos on your TV, you know, close your blinds, like make yourself your little atmosphere and just play that video. And then it looks like you're in a cabin in the woods while it's raining and you're like writing and sipping hot cocoa or whatever it is. Do something else while you think. Lately, I have been making vampire teeth with Play-Doh, and I'm thinking what I'm gonna do with the vampire teeth. Like, this is completely unrelated to my writing, but I'm thinking what I'm gonna do with the vampire teeth is maybe put them in different places and then tweet it like, oh, I hid these vampire teeth, and like use it as a way to, I don't know. That's just an idea that I'm coming up with. But I'm thinking of ways to like promote my YouTube channel by leaving little trinkets and being like, you know, tweet me and then subscribe to my YouTube because I'm making films and I love horror. But I don't know. But somebody else did that. Like they made like a little trinket thing and like left it at Universal, and then like my team found it and we tweeted that person and they were like, oh, you know, cool. And then it just started me thinking like, oh my God, I could do that. So the wheels are definitely turning. But anyway, this video was actually really hard for me to make. It was hard for me to motivate myself to make this video because, like I said, I suck at routine, I suck at schedules, and the way that I get myself to do things is just through like guilt and shame. And maybe that's not healthy. Maybe it's not healthy, but that's what I have to do to get things done. So I really hope that this video helped you in some way, or inspired you, or maybe helped you feel less alone if you're suffering from some of the same things, like just being scatterbrained and forgetful. Like, I have to have a watch at work, and they sell them at work for $3.50. And I have literally bought like 5 of these because I walk out of my house and just forget it, even though I've written myself notes. So yeah, I mean, it's a crazy, crazy world. We're doing what we can. So until next Sunday, that's when my next video is coming out, on Sunday, because I make videos on Sundays. I make videos every Sunday. So until next Sunday, I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye.